Welcome to Gusto News on Gusto TV. My name is Ifelua, and today on the news I have Empress Yemi Alade. I also have Wizkid, yeah, Bachelor, of course, always make the news, and as well Davido and Burna Boy. Yes, those are the guys that always make the news, yeah. But of course, I wouldn't go on with the news without saying thank you to you for all you do for us. Thank you for the likes, thank you for comments, thank you for telling people about what we do here at Gusto. And please, if you're new to this channel, please click on the subscribe button and also on the notification bell so you get to see our content once they drop. Starting this news with Yemi Alade. Of course, you know Yemi Alade released the Empress album in 2020. And yes, she's been releasing video of the album, you know, ever since she's released it. A lot of people are still listening, especially, you know, those in other parts of Africa. Of course, these are places where Yemi Alade, of course, is, you know, strong as an artist. And yeah, I see recently she released the video to Dancing, yes. And of course, people are still dancing. That she's reposting videos of people who, you know, were joining the challenge, were dancing on her social media page. And she came up on Twitter to celebrate 1 million views of the, you know, the video reaching 1 million views on YouTube just within a few weeks of its release, because the video was released on the 12th of May this year, and you know, just in less than 3 weeks it's been able to reach such a milestone of 1 million views. That's to show how strong, you know, Yemi Alade is as an artist, and of course how much our audience are so interested and keen, you know, in things that have to do with her. Well, this time she's come out to give us you know, short notice, letting the fans and music lovers know that she is about to move on from the Empress album. Of course, you know, a lot of artists are moving on. Burna Boy, you know, Kilometer has released that. You know, a lot of them are beginning to move on from the album, you know, their 2020 album, no matter how big their album is, no matter, you know, how much it has done for their career. But of course, they have to move on and they have to release something new and something that fresh, like 2021. And just like Tiwata said, Water Anger is coming, and yeah, you know, we're also, Yemi Alade is here to say that the Queen Don't Come EP is ready. Yeah, it is ready, although she didn't give back-to-back of the, like, you know, the way we see others do 10%, 20% done, 50% done. Yeah, she just came up and said, you know what, it's ready, and she's ready to just, you know, throw it out there for music lovers. So yeah, Yemi Alade fans, music lovers, Nigerians, everybody who loves the Yemi Alade brand and of course our music, you know, it's time to listen to the EP Queen Don't Come. Yemi Alade is one person that gives her EP or album names that, you know, reflects maybe, you know, reality or something from Africa. She had, you know, she have Empress and a lot, and the names she gives to her body of work is usually very interesting names that reflect power, royalty, especially in the female part of it. So yes, this one she has titled it Queen Don't Come. Of course, she's a queen, yeah. Of course, she is a queen in the Nigerian music industry. She's a queen of Afrobeat, and she's done so much for herself. She's keep doing so. She's still doing so. And of course, Queen Don't Come album EP, trust me, she's going to do as usual, as we've always seen her done in the past. Moving on to Wizkid Machala himself. Of course, you know, Wizkid is still doing well with the Made in Lagos album. Yeah, people are beginning to move on, but it seems like Wizkid is one of those artists that is still really on, you know, their 2020 album, still releasing videos, still doing things. People are still listening to it. He's still going in and out of, you know, charts in different countries. People are coming out to say, wow, this album is a classic. Knowing that maybe probably when it was released, some people were not too cool with it, you know, like, oh, the old album go swallow album thing. But look, 6 months down the line, Made in Lagos is still doing well, and people are coming out to say, you know what, this is a classic. This is really going to last. It's going to really take, you know, I mean, it's going to stay as long as we don't know, yeah. Although he has put up some pictures that, you know, sort of way to tell the fans that, look, something else is coming, and it's probably going to be another album. Maybe, you know, another album. But yeah, this time around he's been voted for as the best Afrobeat artist in the past 10 years. That's a decade. And that was carried out by a media personality who hosts the program called the Afrobeat Podcast, or known as Adeshokbe Live. Of course, his name is Adeshokbe. Yeah, and on the Afrobeat Podcast, we get to talk about, you know, Afrobeat, how much Afrobeat is doing at the moment. You know, the key players when it comes comes to Afrobeat. You know, during the period, you know, Davido was celebrating 10 years as a recording and performing artist. Remember, he went on to talk about how everybody should give Davido his seat, you know, when others are, you know, talking and ranting, just leave that Davido seat, because to him, in the past 10 years, Davido has done so much, and the only persons or group that were able to do that in the past was, you know, P Square, the defunct group P Square. And at the moment, according to Adeshokwe, on his podcast, the Afrobeat podcast, he feels that Davido has done as much as that for the industry in the past 10 years or a decade. Well, this time around, he did open poll on his Instagram page, because, you know, recently Billboard, you know, declared Drake as the artist of the past, you know, just the 10 years. That's a decade. And of course, it came up on his page to say, you know, in the mood of that, still celebrating Drake as, you know, winning the artist of the decade. That, you know, which artist has done so much for Afrobeat, for the Afro culture, you know, in the past 10 years. He asked fans to go on and vote on the page, and he's going to announce, you know, who the winner is. That's quite a very open voting, yeah. And of course, a lot of people went on commenting. If you visit this page, you're going to see a lot of Wizkid, Machala, you know, this and that. But of course, it wasn't just limited to, you know, fans as well. Music producer and of course, Maven record boss, that's Don Jazzy, went on to actually, you know, he also said Wiz. So that has got the Wizkid FC. They are super excited. They're on Twitter. Every one of them is celebrated. That even Don Babano say in the past 10 years, Wizkid has done so much for the Afro culture, for Afrobeat, has been able to export you know, the Afrobeat songs, you know, beyond the shores of Nigeria, of Africa, and a whole lot of that, yeah. And after that, you know, Adeshokwe came up to say that, you know, after the poll, after people had gone on to say, you know, talk about artists with the best content, yes, those are the yardstick. I think he feels he used in measuring this. Says the African artist of a decade based on content, impact, and consistency as voted by the people, yeah, is Wizkid, aka Starboy. Yeah, Wizkid FC are excited about that. Every one of them is celebrating that they're okay. I mean, despite the fact that on the podcast, he feels that, you know, Davido should be given that position. But here, he's running a open poll on his page, Instagram page, publicly. Everybody is voting, and I mean, so obvious to see Wizkid won that, and he has also gone on to, you know, come back to give his verdict and say, you know what, according to based on content, that's what it feels, based on impact, consistency, and the vote of the people, yeah, that Wizkid is the best, you know, artist of the past decade when it comes to the Afro beat or Afro pop culture. We have Afro urban, Afro fusion, Afro rave. There's so many Afro now, yeah. But of course, Wizkid has been given that one by the fans. Okay, it's worth it. Yeah, they're all doing well, and of course, they've been able to take Afro beats beyond the shores of Africa, and so good to see that. Yeah. Lastly, on the news is also still the Odogu and Obio. Yes, these are giants in their own way when it comes to Afrobeat. These guys has done so much. Grammy award winning artist as Burna Boy for Davido, has, you know, Davido presently for his most sold Afrobeat song of all time. So yes, these guys has done so much in the industry, things that are evidence to everybody to see. They've been able to, you know, break records, done so many things, so many awards. And of course, if you say at the moment Afrobeat is becoming an in thing, everybody's, you know, beginning to listen to Afrobeat. Of course, trust me, you talk about these guys, yeah, of course. But well, if there's one thing we know, that aside them being great singers, these artists are usually at loggerheads. Maybe not them physically, like going at each other online, you know, a lot of times, but I mean, the guys in their team, you know, they do this every now and then. You know, there was a time someone came up on the 30BG to say, oh, Obio's ring is, you know, is better than this person. The other one comes up to respond and goes like, you know what, the old spaceship, blah, 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 is going to buy the entire, you know, this of that. Just a ring for Mobile will buy this and that. So yes, we know them to be people that even if they don't come at each other, people on their team, be the manager, PA or something, would always cook up, you know, bring up issues from things they own, especially luxury, you know, things like cars or jewelry. So this time around is cars, yeah. Just a few days ago, Davido announced that he got his own Rolls Royce RR. Yeah, and everybody have been congratulating him. You know, stars, everybody have put him up. Congratulations, OBO, more to the garage, and all of that. Yeah. But a fan has come up and said that, you know, one of those cars is Rolls Royce and one is Roll-On. I don't know what fans, you know, just look at and feel like, see, everywhere is quiet, let's just drag each other. Yeah, so that's what I really see this to be, because this is it. I mean, Davido is said to have gotten a 2021 model. Yeah, why Burna Boy got his, you know, last year 2020, so which means they got the best of each of the years they got. So why are we still going back and forth on this? But yeah, somebody feels like Davido got Rolls Royce, then Burna Boy got Roll-On. I mean, yeah, Rolls Royce and Roll-On. Then someone on Burna Boy team, of course, they won't let this just fly past them, and I've come out to say that King Manny, yeah, came out to say that the Roll-On cost past the Rolls Royce though. That's with the laughing emoji. Yes, this person came out to respond to the person that, look, this Roll-On you feel, I don't know if the person wants to use it as a Roll-On or something, but yeah, the Roll-On you think, you know, is probably definitely with the name he's giving it, that means he's saying, oh, that's nothing compared to what Davido has, you know, got himself and all of that. But this person, you know, Manny has gone on to respond to this person to say that, look, the Roll-On is expensive than the Rolls Royce. I mean, we didn't follow them there, although we're seeing prices online, right? Yeah, but we didn't follow them there, so we don't know. But this fan just feel one is Rolls Royce, one is Roll-On. These are things you see every day, even when celebrities or artists, you know, do not go at each other. Their fans or people on their team just get to come at each other. I mean, is what we see a lot of time. It's almost becoming a norm, and sometimes it's just for cruise, it's just for the fun of it, and everybody just reads it and laughs and move on. But we hope this, you know, this subtle shade, you know, fans or teammates from different, you know, the 30BG, Wizkid FC, outsiders and all, you know, they get to throw every now and then, does not go into a full-blown, you know, tussle between the team. We just hope people are able to move past a lot of those things. Yeah, so guys, this is the end of this news. If you're new to this channel, please click on the subscribe button and also on the notification bell. I'll see you next time. Bye.